You're very thoughtful, Phil.
Yuri takes a step closer to me and then briefly squeezes my hand. Oh, sorry.
I kind of like that about you.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls me back.
Sayori?
Eh?
Uh-huh. Hi, Phil.
Sayori? Just now we weren't...
It's okay, Phil. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course.
Sayori beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Phil? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if it could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Phil. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica's right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Phil. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Phil, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. What are we thinking then?
Well, when you say I love you, it can mean in different ways. It doesn't have to be in a relationship way, you can say it in a friend way. And I think just saying you'll always be my dearest friend is gonna, like, make her just...
Yeah, but obviously saying I love you is... It's
like,
not really something...
keeping her attached.
Yeah, but is that what you think we should say? Just to make sure she's happy? Is she going to take that as a I actually love you?
Oh, no way. It depends on how she takes it. It's kind of a catch-22, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you personally think?
I mean, I'm a little biased because I kind of know how this game turns out, so... And also, I mean, so I know we're playing as me. Like, I put my name. I maybe should have put your name.
Like, I think you should say that I love you no matter what way they take it, because like she's just said that she's feeling like all these feelings and that she pretty much wants to die. And even if it's just partly hearing what they want to hear, it's going to keep them here a bit longer, isn't it?
But then what's going to happen like afterwards? That's the question.
It's kind of obvious that Phil's character doesn't feel the same way, just treating her as a friend. So she might end up hurt anyway. And, you know, saying like, don't think all these silly things and that, we're just like really good friends. So probably saying you'll always be my dearest friend would probably be the thing that you would say.
Yeah.
Probably just go with that.
Yeah.
I know.
We can still do that if you really want to.
Yeah.
Is that what you would say to a friend who confessed to you, or?
Like, I would say that, but
As a
continue
friend.
explaining it.
I don't think we're getting that option though. I think this is essentially what you're wanting to say.
Okay. I know something horrible's gonna happen.
You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I
see.
Sayori forces a smile for an incredibly pained expression.
Is this what it feels like? To get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this.
Sayori.
It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Phil. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So...
Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Oh. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Phil, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the one she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
You should take a little responsibility for her, Phil. Why is it your responsibility? Well, anyway. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Oh, okay, now it is your responsibility. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know.
Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I had a camera and a microphone plugged in. I'm the club president after all.
But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Yeah? Monica's been as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before.
Alright, I was supposed to read it.
Yeah, maybe skip that part because
Yeah,
it's all
so
the same.
basically, get out of my head, get out of my head. Like, get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving.
Ominous. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
Phil, what's wrong?
Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so...
Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave the classroom.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door.
Which is the same as your house.
Yeah. Well, they're neighbours, so they usually would look
yeah,
identical.
it's just a picture, isn't it?
I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. It's playing creepy music. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never.
What's happened?
Sayori's not there anymore. Or part of her's gone. New game? I think it is. I see an annoying girl run toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out that way since you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone.
She doesn't exist anymore?
I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content about getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in that anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Phil?
Monica?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you there. It's been a while, right?
Ah, yeah it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one.
I wonder what it's called. Yeah. Sorry.
Literature club.
Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I can see that.
But it's really nothing boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right?
Did Monica say she?
Hey, Phil. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. Now
well,
you gotta please this one.
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica?
Monica.
Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Awesome. You're really sweet, Phil, you know that.
It's nothing really.
Shall we go then?
I'll look for the... No,
I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
Oh dear. Unless today marks this day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit but generally use for third year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back.